Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Haifa Aqila binti Muhammad Kasmi. My matric number is 0C1825. So today we are going to present about the emergence of rationality among Muslims. I will tell you about the introduction first. Al-Kindi states that the philosophy is a science about the nature, also identified with God, of something that is within the human ability to accept it. Islamic philosophy began when the religion of Islam appeared in the 7th century, brought by the Prophet Muhammad, and he spread Islam throughout the Arab land. The development of philosophy has continued until today with the emergence of various types of trends and thoughts about a matter. So, in this presentation, we will look out about the emergence of rationality among Muslims in the condition of the Arabs before and after the Islam came, and the outlook of Al-Quran about the philosophy.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ummi Zulaika binti Muhammad Rosli. My matric number is 059540. And now I will present about the condition of the Arabs before Islam came. There were a people called Badui, and these people live in nomadic lifestyle. They keep moving from another place to find food and water for survive. And these Badui peoples practice a tribal system, which is system Kabila, and they live in Asabiyah environments. They also practice immoral behaviors such as rape and kills a baby girl. And these Badui people's lack of reading and writing. These Badui people, they were filled with knowledge about nature because they know how to find a place they will have source of water, because they keep moving and they know how to find that kind of place. They got this kind of knowledge by observing and experience. But although they have this kind of knowledge, they did not write it in a book because of they don't know how to read and write. And as the times go, these Arabics started to talk about main topics in philosophy such as God, nature, and humanity. Some of them believe, and some of them don't believe. They started to questioning about life after death, because one of the story in Badr, Nabi Muhammad SAW talk about life after death, and they were curious that how can a dead body can live in another life. So this kind of question make them think rationally. They started to think and talk about God, nature, and humanity. Despite all knowledge that they taught, we can't consider it as knowledge or philosophy, because they just talk about the knowledge without right methods, and the knowledge is unclear.
My name is Situnur Shamila binti Ahmad Tajuddin. My matric number is 059277. Now I will continue about relation thinking at the beginning of Islam. Before Islam came to Arab, they called people in general, and also they just trust one God at the time. The Islamic religion come above to build the relationship with others and show how beautiful the meaning of hablum minallah wa hablum minan nas. And then the relationship make them to take a part in a war and conflict, because they want to conquer the country to further expand the teaching of Islam in the whole world. After Islam came, they slowly accept Islam in their life, and they live with the way of Islam teach, which is to live together without war and to be more human with relationship with others. All the ulama brings Islam in the way from the Prophet using monotheism that is in Al-Quran and Hadith. Next is about the nature of Al-Quran and research of philosophy. The Islamic religion prevent mental thinking and philosophical research. The truth is they did not have a philosophy during that time, so they using their own way to continue their life. They displayed the fact that the Quran did not stand in the way of relation consideration, philosophical thinking.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Natasha binti Cikman. My matric number is 059201. I will continue the presentation with philosophy in the Quran. There are some allegations against Islamic philosophy. The first claim is to say that the Quran restricts human thought from free thinking. So, this will reject the claim. The first is humanity in the Quran. Among the three main things that tell about philosophy in the command to think. The second thing is the prohibition against not thinking. The human race is prohibited from not thinking because everything that one wants to do must be thought about first, whether it's bring good or not. Is it also that the human race does not make mistake in making any decision? The last thing is the command to use the heart, sense and intellect. At certain times, the heart shapes the way we think, but in many times, the intellect determines the pattern and shape of the next step of the heart. That is why the sage say the intellect is a lamp for the heart. Next is creation in the Quran. There are two main foundations in the Quran that tell about the philosophy of creation, namely of creatures and on the system. Lastly, is the divinity in the Quran. Is understanding the context of divinity taught by Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Is it centered on knowing God? That's all from me. Thank you.
So the conclusion is the emergence of rational thinking was exist before the Islam was came. The Arabic people on that time were filled with knowledge about nature phenomena. They started to talk about the main topics of philosophy, which was about God, nature and humanity. When the Islam was came, main sources is the Quran and the Hadith, which are held by Muslims as a guide. If we look at the Quran with a conscious look, we will find that it doesn't prohibit rational consideration, nor does it prevent research and philosophical thinking. Rather, on the contrary, it urges consideration and enjoins thinking and research into the reality of things. Thus, there are some arguments by the Quran against the allegations of Islamic philosophy about the Quran restricts human thought from free thinking, the prohibition against not thinking, and the command to use the heart, senses, and intellect. That's all from our group. Thank you.